I'm supposed to be cooking right now, but this came down my For You, and it must be addressed properly.
That were brought over into slavery, which wasn't right, but they got the gospel when they got here. And you know what? I bet you there's a lot of Africans that if they hadn't have been brought over, not saying it was right, don't misunderstand, not justifying the slavery in the situation, but God, I still believe, used it. And now I'm sure there's a lot of Africans that got the gospel and they're in heaven right now.
So where do you think your ancestors went? I'm curious. Since you know so much about the gospel, where do you think your ancestors went? I take it you don't know much about the gospel, do you? Let's see. Exodus 21. Oh, isn't that the entire book that your ancestors, slave masters, ripped out? Right? Well, guess what? It's in there. Something you probably overlooked, right? Let's continue. Exodus 21:16. And he that steals a man and sells him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Now that one, that's in the Old Testament. That's way back there, right? But of course, you might have missed that one, seeing as you were willing and dealing. Not you, your ancestors. But wait, I have something that's all the way in the New Testament. All the way, yeah, Revelation to be exact. Let's go. Revelation 18. Do you not know that Revelation 18 deals with the acts of Babylon? The acts of Babylon, meaning everything evil, is called the Babylonian work in this chapter, right? And guess what else he mentions? Oh, slavery. The kind that you're talking about, right? Yeah. Revelation 18, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament her when they see her in the smoke of her burning. Well, it continues. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buys her merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold, the silver, precious stones, pearls, blah, 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 blah. Cinnamon odors, ointments, frankincense, wine, beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. I guess your ancestors missed that one too, huh? Oh, yeah, Revelation even talks about those ships. Verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. That means it's going to be all over. And every shipmaster and all the companies and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. Let's skip on down. For in 1 hour she's made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and the holy apostles and prophets, for God has avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. See what I'm saying? But you know what? Let's continue. There was more than one reason your ancestors ripped out Exodus, because they didn't want to follow what God said, okay? Because there are the commandments there too, right? That they broke. Just go and read chapter 20 of Exodus, okay? You'll get them there since y'all missed them, okay? Some of them are, thou shalt not kill. Oh, another one, thou shalt not commit adultery. And many slavers raped a bunch of enslaved women behind their wives' backs. And thou shalt not steal. Oh, and another one, you should not bear false witness against any neighbor, and plenty, and I mean plenty, bear false witness against black human beings. Did they not? Oh, and I know some of you guys like to go to Ephesians, right? Guess what? Taking things all out of context, right? But I'm going to tell you something, right? Any boss today, back then, wherever, whether you're an employee, whatever, is ordered by God to not mistreat anyone working for them. You want to look? And ye masters, do the same things unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him. That means God doesn't care who you are, whether you're the top man or the bottom man. Y'all supposed to be acting right toward one another, treating one another great, right? Do you not know what forbearing means? What? Let me tell you. It means to refrain from, abstain from. And your ancestors did a lot of threatening and killings and everything else, didn't they? Oh, and one more thing. Christianity was already in Africa. As a matter of fact, I can show you, all right? No one needed your ancestors to lie on God, lie on the scriptures for your own greed at all to get anything spread through Africa. It was already going to spread anyway. Have you ever thought about that? I know you didn't, because you never read the Bible in the first place, okay? Guess what? You guys were around the last people to get it, all right? Let's be clear. It would have spread without you. And don't think for 1 second that you actually spread what's in that Bible. No, you didn't. You didn't follow any of it. I just proved it to you. Your ancestors did not follow any of it. The Europeans who did follow it wanted an end to that horrific slave trade. And what did you guys do to them? You tried to kill them, and you did kill them too. Let's be clear. Those white people who actually read that scripture and wanted to actually be Christians, followers of Christ, followers of Jesus, oh yeah, they went after y'all. Okay? And y'all decided to kill them. Yeah, you did. But now let me show you, right, what was going on after the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. The gospel was already out. And guess where it was? It started over here first. Look at all those people over there. Yeah, Alexandria started all over here first, all in this area here. And guess what else? I mean, it moved and it moved. This is Turkey and this is Israel, right? And then, oh my gosh, later on, it moved over here. See, but something that you said would not have happened, it spread to Africa. Well, it spread to Africa without your ancestors, because the disciple Mark was from Libya. Oh, he was already on the continent of Africa. See how God works? See how God works? Just destroying your little lies, okay? Boom. That's Libya. Yeah, it was already here. Already here. And it would have spread without your lies. Your ancestors' greed had nothing to do with God. Nothing. It had nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing. Your ancestors' greed had nothing to do with Jesus or the spread of the gospel. Your ancestors didn't those who were slavers did not live by the gospel. No, they did not. Ask William Lloyd Garrison. He was white. Y'all went after your own fellow white preacher who was trying to tell y'all to stop. William Lloyd Garrison even went after those breeding farms and was trying to get them shut down in Virginia. Y'all wanted to have his head for that one. So now that we've thoroughly gone through a little bit of the scriptures that you missed, where do you think your ancestors went? I'm just curious. I'm not going to say I'm a Christian. Where do you think they went again? Since you placed all of the black people in heaven, where do you place your ancestors?